Here we go, starting lineup. Once again, it's a battle of the genes. Dwain and Steve Leibers starting on the front pole, Dwain being the father. Conley, Williams, Breck, Long, Conrad, Ryan, Hodenshield from the 9-hole, Allison from the 10-hole, Yoakum, Walters, Blair, Dussel, Bond, Sealing, Dunlap, and Clint Regal rounding out your top 20. And it looks like the meat is going to come from the middle, but we'll have to see what happens on the front end because Steve Leiber predicted a win in his pre-race interviews.
And with a pair of Leibers up front, it could be Dad, it could be the kids, so it's going to be exciting to see who wins this race.
That's right. Keep your eye on the 97 car there. It goes out of our camera range. Unfortunately, we don't have that for you. We also had the in-car cam in that, but about a corner before that, the in-car cam got covered up with mud, so one way or the other, Mother Nature and camera angles conspired against us. The 97 car is the yellow car right there in the middle. Looks like J.R. Stewart gets around. So does Timmy Allison. Kent Walters plows in the side of Stewart. We got, looks like the 35 of Ron Blair involved in that whole deal. Everything was fine with Corey Sealing. He walked away a little bit upset, but certainly just fine thanks to the safety measures. And we go back racing, and out front it is Steve Leiber. Steve taking a good lead over his dad. Darren Long trying to work on the high side there. And it looks like he hit a unfriendly spot in the track for him. Then he tries to rub the wall all the way down the front straightaway, but Darren gets it gathered up and back on the gas because that's the only thing Darren knows is on the gas. Kev can't get Bob involved in the conversation, so we'll go back to racing once again.
Well, I'm just saying we're going to have to paint that wall. We've got to keep Darren off of that thing with that right rear. But again, like you said, Darren, that's what he's going to do. He's going to put it to the floor, find his fast way around that track, and that's the way he's going to run that thing wide open.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Darren, the last couple, 2-3 weeks he's seen a lot of airtime.
It's just been a rough couple weeks. Again, luck. You got to have some luck when you're out there on the track to make sure the hole stays open. You get a good starting spot, good draw, make sure you're around the drivers you want to be around. And Darren just had an unfortunate couple of weeks there where it just didn't go in his favor.
That's right. And we'll keep a close eye on Darren because Darren was trying to work that high line in. There's Kent Walters, who's already qualified for the King. Mike Dussel right behind him. But out front, boy, I'll tell you what, it is Steve Leiber, and he is slicing his way through traffic. Right now, he's pulling away. There's Eddie Ryan, one of the guys that's really done a good job this year. It's his real first full season in the sprint car, and I think Eddie's done a great job keeping his nose clean. I don't think Eddie got upside down once this year.
Yeah, I think he's starting on the same wing. I know he said Dennis told him he's only going to buy him 2 or 3 wings for the season. I think that's the original wing.
That's right. Good for him. Tom Conrad Jr. gets tangled up with Kent Walters there, and we'll get those guys pried apart for you. We'll go back to a restart. It's son leading father. A pair of Leibers up front, and Bear, he has really been looking strong this race. And he's trying to win his way in the King Quarter Mile. He does not have a feature win yet this year.
He's got clean air out in front of him. He knows Pop's right behind him, so he's got to feel comfortable like that, knowing if a pass is coming, it's going to be clean from Dwain. But then, you know, the guys behind them are coming hard too.
That's right. Dwain, he is having a hard time staying on the son's bumper. 22D there. That is oh no, that is Darren Long going over once again. We'll have to check this out on a replay, see what happened here. But once again, Darren's just fine out of this whole deal. It's more damage to the machine than anything. Looks like Darren's kind of down low. Andy Conley comes down into him. Eddie Ryan's down low. And Darren, unfortunately, is the pastrami in the middle of a couple pieces of sourdough. And Darren is the guy that's upside down there. And again, different angle. This is from the turn 1, turn 2 cam. And Bob, it just looks like we run out of racing room.
3 cars trying to occupy the same amount of real estate, and it just won't work. Something's got to give. And unfortunately, it was 7 car of Darren Long.
Yep, Darren taking that, unfortunately, all too familiar walk back to the pits, but that's one of the good things. Our drivers, they walk away. Amazing the amount of safety they build into these cars nowadays, and that's what makes racing both exciting and rewarding, is the fact that we don't really have to worry about that big hit anymore.
Well, it's always been a concern, but the way the cars are being constructed, the safety team we have out at the track, if there is a situation, our guys are top-notch with that safety crew and safety team out there. You know, everything's been put in to make an effort to make sure everything's as safe for the fans and competitors every race night.
Yep, that's one of the first things you'll notice when you come out to Limaland. We have a pretty sizable distance between the fan fence and the catch fence on the front straightaway and the back straightaways, and you know, that I think that's one thing Dr. Jarvis told me a long time ago is his first goal was safety, and that continues to be the mantra out there at the facility.
Well, Jeff's family, everybody's family's out there. Oh, this is Mike Dussel, and he's not real happy. Looks like Mike's a little upset with Kent Walters right there. But
now, see, I thought he was just asking him out for a couple beers after the race.
I don't know. He might have been pointing at, hey, I'd like to meet you at the trailer and talk to you afterwards, is I think what he was telling him.
Well, you know, them guys are a little high-strung anyhow, them sprint car guys. But there was a little difference of opinion on who had what spot on the track. But all in all, you know, these guys, you know, when you get that much adrenaline built up in you and you're that focused on something, it's easy to get that way.
That's for sure. And just to touch back on with the safety fence and the goals of the track, you know, our families are out there, the team's families are out there. So when you talk about safety, you know, the fans and the safety of the fans and the teams are #1 priority at Limaland.
That's right. Now on the outside of Dwain Leibers right now, Jack Hodenshield, he's worked his way up towards the front, and he's coming hard. He won the feature the week previous, which qualified him immediately for the King of the Quarter Mile. He's got all guns loaded, and he is coming after Steve Leibers. But you know what? Steve Leibers, he is not backing down. He doesn't even know what's going on behind him. All he knows, he's got X amount of laps to finish this race, and he's going to get caught up in traffic here in a little bit, and that's where I think this race was actually really decided.
Steve made it through traffic. You know, he's hitting the cars right, his experience around the track. You're going to watch Jack in that 7C car. He's running on every inch of that circle. Wherever he's got to go to make a pass, wherever he's got to go to be fast, that's where that car's running right now.
That's one of the good things about, I think, Limaland. I've been to a lot of dirt tracks in my day, and as a group, we tour around and check out different facilities and that. And one of the things I think we can really say is that on any given night, you got 2 grooves, if not 3.
That's definitely, there's some great shots. Mike Campbell does our photos out there, and you can check out the website and see the pictures, Mike. There's many times you'll see 5 cars in one picture. Throw a blanket over those guys. That's how close they're racing. And again, a tribute to our drivers that they can race that close, that cleanly with each other, and still get the job done.
That's right. And you spoke about the website. Where do people go to check out what's going on with the track in the off season, or look at some of those pictures, or any of the other things that your website has?
You can check out our website. It'll be running all off season, www.limaland.com. We'll be doing updates as soon as we know schedule announcements. Right now we're announcing our banquet October 16th. Our top 15 of the points are posted on there. You know, so we're trying to keep everybody informed in the off season, and as soon as updates become available, we'll be posting them on that website.
Very good. It's good to know you know your website.
Rick Bond's running well there in that picture. We get Dave talking about a little bit more about racing there. He's in the laundry tonight.
Well, that is Rick Bond. He did pretty good, you know. He jumped in that car about, what, halfway through the season? And he's had some pretty good finishes. Where did he finish in points this year?
Considering Rick came out in midstream, he ended up 15th in the points, and that's a great show. He had that 2nd place finish earlier in the year, and just a great show for Rick Bond, considering he only ran half our races.
That's right. And, you know, you look at the names that are in there. Of course, Mike Brett, our champion for the Elwer Fence 360 sprints, and he's going to end up being our NRA champion based on the way they award travel points. You know, there's a lot of great names on that list, and we'll be going over all the winners, but there's the winner of the night right there. It is Steve Leibers. Hodenshield tried hard, couldn't get her done. He finishes 2nd. Dad in 3rd, Williams 4th, Yoakum, Conley, Allison, Stewart, Ryan, Bond, Blair, your top 11. And then you'll notice in the remaining 20, you'll find Mike Dussel down in there, as well as Walters, Alloway, Long, Conrad. Breck pulled out early because of a bleeder valve that was stuck. He finished 17th.